busy opening weekend. It's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New York Jets and the Arizona Cardinals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And they're going to get this up to midfield. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Cardinals had 0-1 of the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2,
he's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cards need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap? That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 3rd down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It was actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
Harris running straight ahead. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Murray. Steps away to his left. He's going to look deep for more. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
Back deep, Tariq Cohen. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return.
And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
On 1st down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York.
Corey Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
But that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. This will be caught by Brown. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now a give, running left is Harris. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Ball again on 2nd down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. To throw is Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Cardinals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That third down conversion good for 23.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jermaine Johnson, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Murray dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Carl Lawson, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now a 2nd down and 6. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And I don't think he got there. No. He's
short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
An NFL update. Second quarter now in Jacksonville. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll find Hall. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson, 29 yards. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. With a slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Setting up the screen, Harris. 2nd and 14. Now Murray off play action. Being chased out left. Looking for Hopkins, and he's got him on the crossing route. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Hopkins, the man in motion right. On play action, it's Murray. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
57 is the mic. Watch 57. What we got? 57.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. He gets it complete to Harris.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Moore, the man in motion. A final shot before half for Murray. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Murray now on first down. He's going to look deep for Moore. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, it's Murray. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. They'll run with Hall. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Hall again. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Play fake. Murray. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Murray. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Shotgun now from Murray. Forced out to his left. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Going deep for Hopkins. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. To throw is Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now from Jacksonville. The Jags have just scored as they'll add on to their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Fields it right around the goal line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
You're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Murray now. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now Murray's got to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Again, it's Mostert, and he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
57 the mic. 57 the mic. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the safety creep. He's coming.
Harris is in. Touchdown, Arizona. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. As this gets them back within a touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Hall again on 2nd down. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at about the 28. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle, because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray steps away to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
They'll send Brown in motion right. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. Murray and company going for it on 4th. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Hall again. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Hall ought to give up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Straight ahead is Hall. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On third down, here's Hall. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And that is no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead holds at 8. Now, things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
The slot man in motion right. Murray to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
So it's a win here for the Jets, and it was due largely to the play of the man behind center, CD, and that's Zach Wilson.
Yeah, he was just on target all afternoon with 3 touchdown passes. They couldn't find a way to stop him, and ultimately, he guided them to victory.
So for the Jets, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.